And there's a $2 shop near where Zoe and I live. And strolling past it the other day, I went, gee, a whole bin of DVDs. I mean, DVDs, even when they're cheap, $8 or $9, to get them right down to $2, it can't not be worth it.
Any old classics in there?
That's what I thought, maybe Out of Africa or several others from Robert Redford's catalogue.
Or The Gods Must Be Crazy.
Wasn't it exciting for me when I picked up what I thought, hang on, this has to be a new release because it's got big stars in it. Okay. I haven't heard about it yet. This might have come from Thailand or something.
Oh, so before even cinemas.
Might be before cinemas. Yeah. Because it's called Future Sport.
Oh, I love sport. I love the future.
And here is the cover. Dean Cain.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, of Lois and Clark, the 90s Superman. He was a big star. Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
Has gone from White Men Can't Jump to maybe White Men Can Roll. As I'll explain in a moment. And Vanessa Williams.
Oh, okay, from Ugly Betty.
Vaguely, I think she was a singer, also from Ugly Betty. Mentions it on the back. This is a phenomenal film. Can I just start by saying, here's the synopsis. In 2025, a deadly team competition known as Future Sport, although you do have to ask yourself the question, why is it called Future Sport? Isn't that just the name we'd call it here in 2013? They call it Future Sport in 2025, which is only 12 years away.
Wow.
It's a combination of football, roller hockey, and ice hockey. So rollerblades do make a comeback at some point in the next 12 years to the point where they're now involved. Hang on a sec. It's become the world's most popular sport.
Wow.
Rollerblades make a comeback and are involved. Think about that. Yeah. The world's most popular sport has got 12 years, even starting now. That'd be a huge thing.
Yeah. Obviously, football, soccer, as we call it, has been knocked off its perch as the
well and truly.
Yeah.
But that means we've only got 3 World Cups left. And I think people kind of thought they would go on for quite a while.
Hang on, can I just go back to one point, Em? Did you say it's a cross between roller hockey and ice hockey?
Uh-huh.
Are they on rollerblades?
Yeah.
Are they ever on ice?
They're never on ice.
So you don't need to include ice hockey.
You're just trying to put some more sports in. I could put cycling in there as well because one of in the outfit for Future Sport, it's a bike helmet with what appears to be lab goggles strapped to the front. I don't know how huge the budget was for this film. But having said that, I'm sure a lot of people love the film. In fact, 131060... If you loved this film, Future Sport, and this isn't news to you,
it's a big
call now, and I promise I haven't just left some questions with a producer off-air to feed you so you can just ask me them to make this film sound more popular than it is. But I'll continue with the synopsis, Ando. So it's 2025, it's New Orleans. It's Championship Sunday.
Wow.
Channel 90's there covering it. So immediately go, the future 90 channels at least, but Channel 90's there. Hang on a sec, who's this? Dean Cain, Trey Ramsey.
Okay.
So Trey Ramsey is rocking up to the Future Sport Arena. He's not just a player. He's a player with a PI index of 401.
What's that mean?
Popularity index. He often references it as a PI index, but it stands for popularity index. And in the future, that's how everyone's judged.
Okay.
His PI is 401. So, he's a pretty good player. He's the captain of the LA Rush. Yeah. And probably the best future sport player in the world. So, it's Championship Sunday. A lot of future people hanging around. Only about 12 of them, really. It seems to be hanging around in this, mezzanine area.
Yeah, right.
And there's a great big, if I had to nitpick, clearly computer-generated shot of the outside of New Orleans with all the flying cars everywhere.
Yeah.
Then
in 2025?
Yeah, I know. Then inside, stuff's going to get good. Inside, just a sort of a mezzanine with about 12 people hanging around in some silver coats. One guy with a camera strapped to his eye. Kind of like Google Glasses, although they do appear to have regressed back to just having a happy snapper strapped to your face. The bad news is the Hawaiian Liberation Organization are trying to get independence for Hawaii.
Yeah, right.
And they have chosen Championship Sunday as the day to launch an independence attack. They try and take a group of people hostage. Trey Ramsey saves the day by doing some future sport on them, which involves getting what can only be described as a rip-off of a hoverboard from Back to the Future, hovering around, throwing a silver ball at all their heads, knocking out the guys with guns. everyone parties and high fives. This is in the first 10 minutes.
Really?
Then rather than going...
Imagine his PI index after that.
Rather than going, oh my God, a thwarted terrorist attack, saved by the star of the sport, do we postpone? What do? They just have the game. They just have the game, but at least you know that the Hawaiian...
I want to see the game. I want to hear more about the game. I've got to go to a song.
I'm going to play it to you after this. The story is NBA shut down, basketball, and this rose in its place and then got massive. I want you to watch the sport for me, explain it to people. You tell me if you think it's got the potential to be the biggest sport in the world.
Hamish and Andy.
Halfway through critiquing the film Future Sport, Ando, found it in a $2 bin. It's got Dean Cain in it from the old Superman series, Lois and Clark. Wesley Snipes is in it, also Vanessa Williams. Now, quickly, the plot is it's 2025. A new sport has risen up to be the most popular sport in the world. The Hawaiian Liberation Organization, or HILO, are trying to break away from America and seem to be the world's most powerful terrorists and army. Somehow Hawaii very rapidly rises
gone
up
from being really laid back guys to
they're furious.
Real few bees.
A lot of people are calling in that have seen the film that have got some questions for me. This isn't a setup. We aren't just feeding people questions so I can answer them. Is that Faye?
Yes. Hi guys. I was just wondering, how long does Trey Ramsey ride the Lightning for in the Future Sport World Championship between the LA Rush and the Berlin Griffins?
It's about 4 seconds.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks.
Thanks. So that's the sort of questions we've been getting. So just people calling up. Good question.
Good question from Faye.
Ando, you haven't seen the film yet.
I haven't seen the film.
I want to show
I'm in the minority with so many people calling up and definitely not being fed questions.
Any other questions, Jake?
Lisa joins us. Lisa, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your question about the film Future Sport?
My question is, what's the name of the girl helping out the Hawaiian Liberation Organization?
K.I. Happy?
Yeah, definitely
Thank you.
happy.
Okay, thanks a lot. I got to show this to Andy, guys. I can't do Q&A all day.
She sounded like Faye.
Yeah, no, I can't just be answering all these questions. So we've all seen it. We all love it. So, Ando, here you go. On screen, this is where you're about to see what is the sport of future sport for the first time.
In 12 years' time.
The NBA has been shut down. This is now the most popular sport in the world. You can tell it's the future. Why? Because that guy has a cage over his eye stitched into his skin rather than wearing an eye patch. And also just has half his head is metal.
Yeah. Again, I don't know why.
It's never explained.
Oh, okay.
Yet their uniforms seem to be quite basic junior football uniforms.
Yeah. Kind of like a lacrosse type.
Are you ready?
Padding, yeah.
This is the start of the match.
Sure.
Okay. So that's them in the middle of the arena.
Well, they hate each other a little bit.
These two teams are really evenly matched. Both teams have stellar offenses. Both teams have brutal defenses.
Wow.
But most importantly, both teams have superstars playing flyer. And for LA, the game's top scorer and world's most popular athlete,
here comes
Ramsey.
Superman, Dean
the young
Cain.
superstar out of Notre Dame, Blake Becker. Now, this could be Ramsey's last season. Now, young Becker would love nothing
haven't had any cutaways to the
crowd. It's just them coming out of a cage holding up their hoverboard. You're about to see their hoverboard riding for the first time.
In a battle for the crown.
They're pointing at each other. They now scoot down on their hoverboard. Yeah, a little bit like a skateboard there.
Into kind of like a domey thing. Ball gets sent up. One of them does a jump and grabs the ball. Throws it to a friend.
Pretty much just throwing a metallic tennis ball to each other on hoverboards.
And then
he's coming to the end of the arena
and throws it, at a hole. And it doesn't go in. Hey, can we stop for a second?
Do you think it's better than all the sports in the world?
No. No.
So it's basically them. It's basically them in a skate bowl.
Yeah.
If you've seen kids near the beach, just in a bowl on a skateboard, it's exactly that. If the kids were throwing a tennis ball to each other
in a bowl,
and there was a washing basket at each end, that's future sport.
The only thing that would make this more popular than any other sport is if in 12 years' time we all have hoverboards.
Yeah, but then hoverboarding would just be popular.
But they exclusively only have them somehow.
That's it for the whole film. That's most of the gameplay for the whole film. The tricky thing for the filmmakers is obviously the hovering scenes are expensive. Yeah. So most of the time it's just a close-up on someone's torso and they're wobbling as if they're on a hoverboard. Then they throw the silver ball to each other. The other rule in the game is if you hold the ball for more than 5 seconds, it becomes electrified and electrocutes you. Still good?
Not
What
good.
sports? Can you think of any sports that are better than Future Sport?
All of them. Actually, maybe I'd prefer to watch Future Sports than lawn bowls. Besides that,
Would you like to see a rule in lawn bowls where if the old guys hold the ball for more than 5 seconds, it electrocutes them?
Yeah, that would then put lawn bowls back ahead of Future Sport.
Future bowls.
Yeah.
So you've only seen that's just a snippet of the
That's
film.
Is that in the first 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we can watch it tonight if you want. I'm happy to watch it again.
Yeah, I'll meet you at your house.
Okay. Feels weird that I haven't seen Life of Pi twice, yet I will watch Future Sport twice. I will put a little clip up on the website. Even though we're in direct violation of international copyright law, I'm willing to risk it.